that. But at the same time, we got to understand that even though the majority of the white people may be oppressed, they are allowed to oppress others. Let's keep it G. Let's understand that the majority of the Ku Klux Klan, these neo-Nazi clowns, is from the working class. That's because of the nature of fascism. One of the problems that we really don't understand what fascism means, especially the white left. A lot of times they don't understand the deep dynamics of what fascism really means. We get caught up in that, and a lot of things come out as apologist type of viewpoints and shit, you know what I'm saying? We must get out of that, accept the fact, man, your people did some scandalous shit. Damn. Okay, for sure, I ain't got no problem with you. That's why I'm right here. We talking about it so we can gain clarity, though. But at the same time, it's like you're supposed to make those distinctions. We know, like I said, fuck the ruling class. But at the same time, we got to watch the working class because they be doing some scandalous shit, too. They must become a revolution. They must adopt a revolutionary mentality and actions, in order for us to be respected on any level. For us to respect you on any level, you must think and do revolutionary shit. You can't just say because, I'm from the working class, I'm automatically free of racism. Shut that shit up. But we have to squabble, because that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what's real, man. Let's look at the facts. That's why this country has lingered on so long without a revolution, because they work this same trick on us, which is they try to play you out and confuse you on the nature of racism and capitalism in this country. Like I say, I'm going to say it again so we can have clarity. There's not no divide and conquer. I wouldn't be here if I'm with division. You feel me? Let's keep it real. Understand, the working class is oppressed, but they are allowed to oppress others. If we have this in our mind, then we can have a good clarity on who is our friends and who is our enemies. Keep it G. And on the point she made down there about when we protest, we all get the same treatment, that's definitely not true with the history of this country. Come on now. Let's keep it real. White revolutionaries, yes, there were white revolutionaries. I hope we all believe that. Now, there was black revolutionaries. The facts is the black liberation movement caught assassin bullets regularly, prison cells regularly, where y'all only got it every now and then. Even with the cases of Patty Hearst and all these other people coming up, they still got slapped on the wrist. Sin K and everybody else who was part of SLA got smoked. Everybody else got a little bit of Club Med, and things like that. Oh, Billy got a good stay. We get Folsom. We get federal prisons where we sensory deprivation cells and shit like that. Come on, y'all, man, I've yet to see in mass numbers where y'all treated like we treated. No, y'all, even in protesting, y'all still get done better. Y'all still get a slap on the wrist. We get murked. We get put in the grave. That's just the truth. So we can't all just say, we all the same. That'd be nice in a revolutionary world, but this ain't a revolutionary world. We ain't all treated the same. That's why we in this damn room.
I just want to say one last thing. It's not like we just attacking white people. We're attacking privilege and we're attacking oppression, and we want to attack privilege and oppression in all forms, whether it be the color of your skin, whether it be being a man and being sexist. So it's just not like we're just attacking white folks. It's like we want to challenge oppression in all forms, because if people are oppressed, then we ain't free for shit, right? So that means we gotta check ourselves and understand that we ain't oppressing anybody. And, we just gotta make that clear and shit. White people gotta check themselves. Men gotta check themselves. So everybody gotta check themselves on whatever type of oppression they hold. And we ain't just attacking white people, but, again, you gotta understand, we ain't the same when it comes down to it, because, the police, if you're black or brown or Asian, they're gonna fuck you up. But if you're white, it's gonna be like, get out of here, go home and shit.
Sorry. I just want to say one thing, though, about power. Because remember, we have an attorney general now who is Hispanic. His name is Attorney General Gonzalez. and look at the horrors that he is perpetrating. Look at Condoleezza Rice. Look at Colin Powell. I'm just saying that it's power, you guys. It's who's ever in power. And that's what we have to fight against. It's if you're a wealthy, powerful, non-white person, you can oppress just as easily. And I have to tell you and clarify that I agree with you. I think when out on the street, certainly white people are given much more privilege as far as the cops. I was talking about when I'm incarcerated. When I'm incarcerated, once you're incarcerated in Twin Towers, they treat everybody the same, because I've been there. And at least for me, all I can speak on is for me. And all I know is I was the only one in my pod that was put in isolation. I was the only one in my pod that was put in isolation because I believed in a belief system that they didn't agree with, which was I was vegan and I wanted to extend the compassion to non-human animals. They put me in isolation because of my belief. So I'm just speaking from my personal experience.
Hey, I'm really interested. I'm getting a lot of negative vibe here. I'm interested more in unity. I mean, look, me and him, we've been working together 8 years. It was not like this a long time ago. In Bloodhound, we've been working for a long time from COPPA. It was not like this, man. I'm interested in hearing more about unity, how we're going to network and work together. Yeah. Okay. Next question.
Yeah, like, I think all this negative, like, attitude towards the whole situation, it's expressed because there's different people at different levels right now. And that's just something that we all have to acknowledge. There is white racist people out in the world, but they're not in this room, because if they were, they would be checked. There isn't anybody that hates anybody in this room, because we all found out about this conference one way or another. And it's not because we were out in suits up in a corporation building downtown. Now, speaking to everybody right here, I feel like everybody has bomb knowledge. Homeboy just came in. I like the military attitude, because that's something that not only did the Black Panthers create, but the Brown Berets did too. And that is something that it's needed in the sense of security, because we can't believe in these cops. Black, brown, white, Asian, however you want to put a badge and a gun is a badge and a gun. And that's just that. But now, what are we going to do in 10, 20 years when our youngsters are getting out of college? Out of high school and going into college? Because there is a system in elementary school, junior high, and high school where they're getting fed all the produce food, all the food that comes from the slaughterhouses. And it's getting into their system. Whether they choose to or not, they don't know about it. We do. That's why it's so much hatred inside ourselves towards that. But in 10, 15 years, when, say, you guys take over a police station and you guys choose to do that, you guys make that your action, what is the whole community going to respond to that? Is it going to be a negative one? Oh, they're just a bunch of criminals. They think they're going to kill cops and they did something good for the community. No, that's something that brings worse and brings more harm to everybody in the community. Everybody the farm workers, I hear how you were there when the farm workers got shut down. Something like that needs to be as a backbone, because armed resistance is not going to be the only way. Now, the YJC, I've been in the YJC since 2001. I've seen the big growth in that. Young people developing their mind before they get to college. College is a very important education or factor for anybody that wants to be in a revolution. Huey P. Newton, anybody that was in the Black Panther Party had to get an education. They became the first people to feed young people in elementary school. The lunch program, that's where it came from. Now that history is all captured now. We're living that history. What are we going to do 10 years from now when we are in the corporate sector? Because all the middle class that everybody's talking about that we have to hate, they're going to be up there. Are we going to get up there? Because that's where the power's at, like everybody's been talking about. Bloods, Crips, essays, gangbanging, that's going to be something that it's going to be dealt with in the streets and in the prisons. But us right here, we're not in that sector. We're in the sector of fighting the police and fighting the incarcerated, the incarcerator. Now, again, if you guys take over a police station or wherever you guys take power, if you guys take power, if you ever find your goal, I gotta agree with the only way that I could relate to you is I gotta say rest in peace to all my pit bulls that have died because they were in slaughterhouses. And that's just something that as an inner city youth, that's what I saw. Gangbanging is something that I grew up with. No doubt about it, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen 10, 20, 50 years from now. When we get these institutions in our hands, are we gonna feed our people, or are we gonna be just like the oppressed that we have today?
Does anybody have another question, one that doesn't involve classism or race?
I just want to say a few words. First of all, there's something that the Zapatistas from Chiapas teach us is to listen to each other. You know, to listen to each other. And sometimes it's hard because we have a lot of differences, political differences, organizational differences, and whatnot. But you may not agree with Pam, but when shit went down and I was in jail because of the FBI and the Newport Beach cops, she was there for me. I was talking to her on the phone. She was telling me, be cool, relax, you know, we'll get through this. And no one else was there for me but her and ADL. I don't know if she remembers that, but I want to say thank you to her for that. So that's something that we need to learn from the Zapatistas, is to listen to each other, even though we might not agree with each other. The other thing is that we need to respect each other as organizations. She has an organization called ADL. They might be vegan. They might do whatever they want. That doesn't mean that everyone else in this room has to be vegan. You know, these other groups might consume meat, whatever. It's not even that big a deal. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is something that the Zapatistas talk about, which is the Fourth World War. Right now, the U.S. government has basically concentration camps ready. If shit goes down and they declare martial law, who's going to go in there? All of us, everyone in this room. Not just the blacks, not just the Mexicans, everyone. Even the white people in here, we're going to be locked up. And how are we going to fight together, or are we going to let this shit separate us? I think we're going to have to fight together, right? So let's just keep that in mind. Respect each other as organizations, respect our differences, but listen to each other. Don't yell at each other. You know, down in Chiapas, when they're having an assembly with the Zapatistas, the indigenous people there, they're not arguing like this. You know, they don't even have to really vote on shit. They already know what's up with the system. They've already, they've already learned, they've already educated themselves to know who the real enemy is. So that's my word. That's what I want to say. You know, and if martial law is declared, we're gonna have to see who's gonna be there to back us up. Because who are they gonna go after? Probably the Black Riders, probably all the militant people of color. And if people are gonna white people are gonna back us up, then good. But if they're not, if we don't trust them right now, we might have 500 years of reasons to not trust them. But when shit goes down, when shit hits the fan, and the police are out here raiding the communities looking for any type of activists, whether they're red anarchists, green anarchists, animal liberationists, or black liberationists, they're going to come for all of us. So that's when we can't wait for that moment to come and to unite last minute. We have to do it now, build alliances, build solidarity, and learn from each other. Thank you.
All right, the contradictions that we facing right now, is healthy. Everybody looking at it like, oh, it's raining on a parade and all that. You know what I'm saying? Calm down. Do you not think that this type of debate is going to go on after all these many years of oppression and fascism? I mean, this many people of color and non-color or whatever? What I'm saying is that the real enemy would prefer us to be pulling out knives and guns and shooting it out and killing each other. But all we doing is talking. As long as these contradictions remain non-antagonistic and we move to develop a united front, then these conversations are going to continue to go on as long as we work with each other, but we have to be able to deal with them in a revolutionary manner, in a disciplined revolutionary manner. Of course, there's going to be a lot of emotionalism. You know, people is tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired. Expect that. Don't always look at, you know, these emotions as negative. People are angry. People are upset. You know, people can't even go home right now and go eat right, go to sleep right. I know we sure can't. But the whole point is stop looking at these debates and these discussions as some type of negative thing. You got too many different groups of people right here. It's going to go down. But look, we still talking. We still in this room. We still talking about working against these real punk enemies. That's what we talking about. So, people talking about what can they do, what we going to do. All right, what we going to do is we going to develop some community control against the police. That's one thing the Panthers push to all the movement because it encompasses all the movement. We need community control of these pigs. It must be done. You want to know what you can do practically. If you hear them attack black riders, then go attack some of them in your community. You right next to them. You probably live next door to them. Probably the same one that bust my head open last night. You probably stay next to them. Deal with them. That's the way you talk about it. And no, I don't think armed resistance is the only way, or I wouldn't be up here talking right now. I'll be shooting, right? Right. I just want to clear that one up because that's one of the failures of the Panther movement. Also, I would like to say, as far as the Panther movement, we have did diligent homework and studies with our elders and through books and all kind of shit to where we don't plan on making them same mistakes. We got a whole different program going on. We don't have agents. Y'all say, damn, they don't have agents? No, we don't have agents. We don't have infiltrators and informers. Don't get me wrong, we looking for them. But we ain't had that problem in our organization because we just not letting everybody and their mama join. Can't just join just because you feel like it. I'm saying that because we need to analyze everything that was done in the movement back in the day so we can glean the best and throw away the bullshit rest. You want to develop unity, you want to work out something, study what our elders did, what they did wrong, what they did good, and let's build on the good. Let's not just talk. Let's do diligent study and homework to figure out what path we going to take so we won't make them same mistakes. I know all y'all looking back at the elders be like, what the hell was y'all thinking? Y'all had it. They had the ball, but they fumbled. Let's keep it real, focused. There's a lot of things you can do. Get with Jay Lee. He the one, if I'm not mistaken, called this shit. We all here, man, because of Jay Lee. So if y'all want to know what to do, let's go to Jay Lee and say, Jay Lee, what you think we should do with this shit? So I'm going to give the mic to Jay Lee. Let's work on that, you know, because a lot of people can do a lot of things. Y'all can eat shit. Help us send some packages to some of these prisoners. Shit, help come to the police station when they got us up. You know, give us some rides. We be needing help getting to places like this. We had help getting here today. I mean, you want to know what to do? There's a lot of shit you can do. Stop playing.
I mean, I don't have the answer to it, but I could tell you guys what we used to do when there was headquarters. We used to have weekly group studies. It's like 8 years ago, every week, and we used to get up early in the morning, go to I'd drive all the way to Orange County, and we would pass out literature, sell newspapers, to talk to college students with Panther, and also we didn't just do political work. We hanged out as a friend too. It was not just like always doing political work. Sometimes I'll take him to a punk rock show. He'll come to Orange County and spend a night at my house. We'll just talk all night. Or sometimes I'll go over his house and we'll stay up and talk with Panther. But a lot of times we did group studies, like open books, read about it. It was Sharif and everybody. And then we go to rallies. I would get all the punk rockers and you would get all the revolution. We'll all meet at the rallies. But it was not just the same thing going to police brutality or racism rally. It was everything, even animal rights stuff. Even, like I said earlier, he's not a vegetarian. He came to support anti-vivisection and stuff, rallies and stuff. And we networked with other groups. We stayed in solidarity. Even people had differences. We were all together in the one room. And from there, we started organizing called the Solidarity Festival. We had punk bands, straight edge bands, hip hop bands, and we're talking about doing another one in April called Rock Against Racism to bring everyone together with punk rock band and hip hop bands and stuff. But it's going to take a long time to build it. You can't build unity like a snap of finger. You got to sit down, meet at political meetings, and also hang out as a friend too, not just only meet at meetings or at a political event. Instead of a comrade. Okay, now we're going to pass to the questions.
Hey, I just have a comment, and I think a lot of times as white folks, people like to talk about unity, right? And while I believe that, and I understand where people are coming from, the reality is if we want unity between white folks and people of color, it needs to be built, and white folks need to initiate that building of it. And so I think that's really important to understand, and many times when race is brought up in a multicultural setting, white folks get very defensive. And I understand where that comes from, but we need to understand why people are pissed and why people of color and oppressed communities are pissed at white folks and why they see that. And to that end, a lot of the work I do is around organizing anti-racist white folks to that end, just to organize folks and to be in solidarity with people of color. So if I'd be willing to talk to people about this and challenging white privilege and challenging white supremacy as white folks. Because racists, a lot of times, aren't going to listen to black folks or brown folks because they're fucking racist. But if a white person says it, they may not agree with you, but they won't just throw you away like they would with another person because, oh, you're white. So, so I think to that, we have to use that to our advantage to build an anti-racist white movement that is in solidarity. So, yo, what's up? Well, we're in the midst of trying to figure out where white folks are at, and there's a lot of white folks that are. No. I mean, where they're at politically, how they see themselves. We're specifically right now looking at white activists and trying to understand how they see themselves as part of a multicultural movement. It's coming along well. I've been doing this specific organizing for about 4 months now, and we're building a core. There has been organizing going on in LA around this stuff for 3 years, but actually organizing white folks, anti-racist white folks, this is something very new in terms of within the past 4 months been developed. So right now we have there's been these monthly dialogues that have happened for about 3 years, and right now there's about 30 folks, white folks, who come out with about privilege and white racism. So that's a monthly thing. Now we're talking about organizing, and right now there's I'd say about 10 core people committed to going into the community and building support. And that's where we're at. We are working towards building larger.
We want to support that.
Okay.
And everybody else is really with anti-race action.
Well, for those of you who know me, I'm very truthful. I say it like it is and shit. So I just want to try something with everybody out here and shit. For real, if you can all just close your eyes, like right now. No, try it. Try it. Just close your eyes. Honestly, just give it a shot. Don't think about any weird shit. Just close them. Like, to be honest, if you're down for this shit, you're gonna close your eyes. Like right now. I'm serious. Like all you, like the punks, especially, just try it. Don't give a fuck. Just try it. Now, if you're down for equality, give me yeah. If you're down to shut down the system, give me a yeah. If you believe that people should be treated with respect and kindness and care, and like we should all live together as one, give me yeah. Then there you go. That bridge has been built and shit. We're all here for that. And I think we've yet to realize it, The bridge is there. Like, fucking let's cross over it and shit,
some of you might already know there's a trial going on in Norwalk. It's on Norwalk and Imperial Highway, Department R as in Robert, 6th floor, Martinez versus City of Downey. So there's only 2 more days of testimony. If you'd like to attend, try to be on your best behavior, and then maybe we can win with victory, but it's doubtful. Yeah, this Tuesday at 9 a.m., it goes from 9, there's a trial, Martinez versus Downey, City of Police. It stemmed from a 2002... Okay, 2002, there was a police shooting in the city of Downey, and Gonzalo Martinez got shot, fatally shot. And there was 3 cops involved, and the trial's going on, and it's on the 6th floor. I don't know if you know the area. It's Norwalk Boulevard and Imperial Highway. If you take 5 freeways south, you exit Norwalk Boulevard, go north 1 block, and it's on the right side. It's on the 6th floor, Department R, as in Robert. And it's unfortunate, but there's only 2 more days of trial left. Approximately Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be wrapped up. They had some 2 sour cops that were testifying, and they're going to sour the case, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, the attorney is not as radical as I am, who's doing the case. I know him, but he doesn't want a lot of disruption because it could sour the case. But it would be good, I feel, to exercise your First Amendment rights if you want to, do whatever you want. Go on the border. They say you're supposed to be 100 feet from the entrance of the courthouse to do your protesting, and hopefully, if we have cameras there, we're not going to get beat up and killed and overturned. But it is your constitutional right to exercise your First Amendment right. But anyway, I'm very much impressed with our refreshed new generation so hopefully if I ever get in trouble, you guys will come to my rescue. But anyway, again, it's on Norwalk Courthouse. It's Martinez versus City of Downey. It's Judge Hickok. They will not post it in the hallway. 6th floor, Department R's and Robert. And if you can come, that'd be great.
We're going to take 2 more questions, then we'll do a closing comment. Okay. I didn't jump in front of it.
I guess I just had an idea, sort of a proposal, I suppose. Again, not to start divisions or controversy again, the Animal Lib contingency that's represented here today is pretty prepared to roll on a home of an animal abuser. We were planning on trying to organize a demo right after this. We have everything we need to go do it. But actually, it just kind of dawned on me, I'd really rather say, let's, if anybody has any ideas, there's a lot of people here today, a lot of, it's a very diverse crowd. We have a large number of people. We should roll somewhere and show our strength and show our unity. If anybody has any ideas, please holler. Like I said, we're prepared to do one, but I'm not up here trying to push for that. I just wanted to open up that idea.
Excuse me. Like I said, we got a lot of action going on. We got Kambui Siddiqui's case going on. The pigs try to charge him with a hate crime for blocking the sidewalk. So this brother's a strong sergeant, been in the movement for a minute. His father was in the movement for a minute. So he having the case going on. We want to represent this brother and make sure that the fascist state do not lock him up. This brother has been responsible for numerous gang truces being put down along Crenshaw and throughout L.A. We can go to court, smash like the Panthers did. Keep Kambui free on the streets. That's what we pushing. That's one of the actions. Of course, Jay Lee got another thing coming up. I believe in April we got something cracking. Okay, and we just need to have more meetings like this. And once I get with Jay Lee, we can put something together. Everybody call him, get his number. Also, we're going to be having a sign-in sheet. Anybody want to help us with anything, transportation, if you want to watch the pigs with us or something like that, different things that could be put down. All we got to do is organize. So I'm going to have a sign-in sheet. Anybody who with it, sign up. I expect everybody's hands to be signing that paper because you're talking good now. Let's see when Taco call you, where you say, okay, I'm with it. I know everybody ain't with you, just laying in the crowd ducking out. But I'm saying it's been a lot. That question line was long. I expect to be a long list by the time we leave here. But one of the main things you can do right now, the pigs have sabotaged our Black Power van. It is shut down. If you know mechanics, please help us. But the main thing is we need money to help with our legal fees. Lawyers cause shifts. If you are a lawyer, we definitely need your help. Come to the forefront. Let us know. We need some legal assistance. If you know somebody who does legal assistance, if you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who does legal assistance, please help us. Right now, we're going to pass around this bucket. Please drop what you got. Help, support. Also, it's going to contribute to a couple bullets, too, just on the low, just to let you know.
Also on January 27, there's going to be a popular assembly at the YJC, the Youth Justice Coalition. That's 253 West Martin Luther King Boulevard, to discuss some of the issues on the list, on the agenda. There's going to be South Central Farm, police brutality, and immigration. So if people want to come out to that, just hit me up or something, so we could get you that contact.
Okay, we're gonna take turns and do a closing comment. It's up to you how you guys want it this end, or we could network, exchange phone numbers and stuff like that. That's my closing comment.
Just want to thank everyone for coming and participating, man. You have a good day. All power to the people.